since we've been in the second sitting. We've had some great shows here before. It's a real fight sitting, and we're delighted to bring Amir Khan here. His second fight with us, second fight back on Sky Sports after a scintillating performance against Phil LaGreco in April in Liverpool. And we think we found the right guy, WBA number 10, Samuel Vargas. He's been calling out for this fight. We know he's a serious guy, we know this fight means an awful lot to him. And a stacked card as well on September the 8th. Some of those here today, more announcements coming later this week. Sam Eggington is going to be on the card. One time talked about a potential opponent for Amir Khan, now up at 154 pounds. Got a big fight himself on Saturday as well. He's going to be in a major championship fight on September the 8th. Gamalier fight as well, back in action. Ryan Kelly in an area title fight. And Jason Wellborn, I think he's one of the great success stories of British boxing over the last few years. He's just carved himself into a position as British middleweight champion. He's in the local derby rematch against Tommy Langford for that British middleweight title. Before we start with the fighters, I'm going to talk to two gentlemen from both sides. And first of all, I'm delighted to welcome over representing Samuel Vargas, Lee Baxter.
Thank you, Eddie. I'll keep this pretty short. I think Amir and I go back a few years in Toronto, and I said eventually this fight will happen. It fruitated, I think, at the right time. The city's beautiful, and we're glad to bring it here. The only thing that I can say is I guarantee that my fighter will not be another Phil LaGreco. We got a reputation to uphold in Toronto. I'll pass it back to Eddie, and then he can pass this in.
Thank you, Lee. Sharp. Last time was great. Liverpool was electric. Amir was supposed to wait for a couple of songs on his ring walk. He just bowled straight through with all the atmosphere and the intensity. And that was probably one of the most exciting 30-odd seconds I've ever seen in a British ring. And now the step up continues. It gets a little bit more serious now before the hope of those major fights in December.
Absolutely, Eddie. You know, it was a great performance by Amir, and he had to put a statement out there when he came out that night, and he did. You know, it just goes to show that there was no ring rust there. You know, it was unfortunately only lasted 40 seconds or so, but you know, we hope we're going to get a few more rounds this time. But he's really looking forward to please all the Birmingham fans here. And you know, he boxed here in the same arena previously, and he had a great response, and I'm sure it's going to be a great night again on Sky Sports.
Thanks, Sean. Picking up with the undercard, Ryan. Last time you were here didn't quite work out. You Adam Harper, I remember you two on this very stage going at it. But another big fight for you on the card, and obviously a huge ticket seller in the area. It's going to be a massive crowd on the night.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it this time. As you said, last time I didn't go my way, but it was also, that wasn't me in the ring that day. You know, we all make mistakes, but this time I'm really looking forward to it. You know, pleasure to be on Matchroom card again, on the undercard of Amir Khan. And yeah, I know Kelsey Ball's gonna bring the fight, but I'm looking forward to putting on a good show.
Look forward to your scrap last time. Harper was fight of the night. Gamal, obviously the disappointment of the Gavin McDonald loss recently. You're out in August 4th in Cardiff as well before a big championship fight here as well. You've seen your brother defend that world title out in America and must be hungry to return.
Yeah, can't wait. Disappointment last time out, but I don't think I've got to my potential, and I'm looking forward to coming back here to Birmingham and putting on a good show.
Obviously, this stage in your career now, the big win on September the 8th is integral to the development. Obviously, you've had that loss now, so that's gone.
Yeah.
How hungry has that made you as a fighter?
Oh, very hungry. A few things went wrong, but I'm going to put it right on September the 8th.
Jason, I haven't had a chance to congratulate you, mate, after your big win against Tommy Langford. Tommy's booked a holiday, a long-term holiday. He went this morning, so he can't be here. You two had an incredible fight last time out for the British title, and you've had a great run. You had a great fight with Matthew Macklin that could have gone either way. You beat Marcus Morrison, and now you're British middleweight champion. Quite incredible, and now you're defending him at the Birmingham Arena on the Amir Khan show.
Yeah, I'm just trying to thank for putting the big match on the show, and obviously I'm looking forward for the rematch with Tommy Langford at BCB. We've got the show, small ball show in Warsaw. Took the British off Tommy Langford, and obviously he was contracted for the rematch, so just looking to put another good performance on and see what else on a roll now. I'm full-time pro, so I'm training hard, and this is what I'm seeing after the Marcus Morrison full-time, so really think I want to go away.
Is that the difference? Obviously, a few losses early on in your career to Frankie and Liam, and and now, you know, looking so much stronger in those fights with Macklin and Lanford as well.
It took a lot, obviously, when I'm working, I'm doing the boxing side and short notice fights. That's it, but since I've been having these camps, I've got to change nothing there, just keep focus. Obviously, I ain't looking past Tommy Lanford. He's got to bring a better Tommy Lanford to beat me. So, balls in my corner, as long as I'm training hard and living it. That's it.
Sam, you're fighting on Saturday, so thanks for coming to the press conference today. 154 must be a lot easier than 147, so that's probably why you're here today. But firstly, you've got to take care of business on Saturday night, but basically ready for anyone in the 154-pound division once you get the job done on Saturday.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not going to look past Saturday now, but after Saturday, I do want to push on, quite quickly. I think, the domestic thing I've done, as a welter. I won the European and so on, but I want to push on after this one and build up some big titles and try and build more international rankings as far as well.
You boxed here many times, great win against Frank Gavin, you won a European title in Birmingham as well. We've had some big nights, 5,000, 6,000. I think we're going to see considerably more numbers this time around as well. It's going to be a fantastic atmosphere.
Yeah, I think if you're given that, whatever the tickets have sold before, a good few more going to go this time around. So yeah, the atmosphere will be, double time compared to what it has been. So, I'm looking forward to it. Like I say, get Saturday night out of the way, and I can start really looking forward to September the 8th.
Look forward to seeing you again, Sam. I think pound for pound, probably one of the most exciting fighters in British boxing. Mr. Vargas, welcome. You slid into my DMs on social media, and you called for the fight. I watched you, I liked you, and I spoke to Lee, and we got it done. And we see the couple of blemishes in your record against Errol Spence and Danny Garcia. This time around, a very, very long camp, and a fight of your career so far.
Well, first of all, thank you for making it happen so quick and so fast. It's just a matter of just and here I am. This is my time really. I've been up here before. I've been in Canada before. Against Spence, against Danny. I have the experience now. I have the time. I never had the proper time for a training camp, for the weight, and I'm not working absent. That's what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna do what Brady Scratch did last time he came up here. That's my job.
Obviously, your quote in the press release was that you're not the next. You're not a field of record. What do you see in your artillery to beat Amir Khan on September the 8th?
Well, definitely. Be smart, we know it's fast, it's really fast, so you just gotta get him space and throw him hard shots and then on the box. The box in there and then we'll have power. As for his last fight, I don't even call that a fight, really, it's just, felt reckless.
Obviously, the division at the moment is just busted. Obviously, Terence Crawford, Errol Spence, Danny Garcia. Do you see this as your opportunity to gate crash the fights with those kind of guys?
Yeah, I feel like, there are a lot of things happening right now at the same time with me in my life. Like, I've jumped on my Canadian passport, I can travel. This is the first fight I have here in years now. Everything is fun into places right now in my life, so yeah, most definitely after this fight, it's gonna be my biggest break in my career because I'm always on. I know what it is to be on the beast out of boxing. You're always it's shit. And this time I feel like we're training as well here. I have plenty of time, and I'm excited for the fight. Very excited.
Amir, as I said last time, in Liverpool was mad, really. You're supposed to wait as you come into the arena. You just get the whole energy of the team and Goosen as well with his pre-fight stuff. Looking forward to a much sterner test this time and looking forward to boxing in Birmingham again.
Yeah, we're looking forward to be back in Birmingham. It's been a few years since the last fight here, and we're looking forward to putting a great performance on. No fight's easy. Every fight's difficult. It's just me going back to training camp, working hard, and staying focused. Because I'm looking at the bigger picture at the end of the road. There's some big fights out there for me, and at the moment, I've got vargas in front of me, so I have to not only win, but winning with style.
Yeah, Vargas might be right there in the fight against the Greco. That was, I finished so quick that I didn't probably get a chance to get that ring rust out, so, I'm going to train hard. I always train like a challenger. That's one thing about me. I always work hard, give it 100%. I never cheat myself in training camp, and I'm going to go out there and give it all. This fight for me will lead me on to bigger fights and bigger names. And that's why I want to be. I want to be back at world title level. And, at the moment, Vargas stands out in front of me. So I'm going to go in there and I'm going to give Birmingham a great night. I come to Birmingham a lot, so it's like second home to me. I've got a lot of friends over here, and to have a fight in Birmingham is going to be amazing. So I just want to thank all the Birmingham fans for being very supportive. And we are going to come 8th September, and I'm going to come with a big bang, and I'm going to light up Birmingham, guys. Thank you.
I know you don't take too much notice of who you fight, and that's sent through to the training team in Charlotte, but expecting a much sterner test this time around from Sammy Vargas. We know the field of Greco talks a great game, but a different animal really in Vargas.
I mean, with all disrespect to Phil Greco, I just caught him and was shot early. I mean, that could happen to anyone. It's happened to me when I fought against Prescott. It could happen to anyone. I caught him so good early in the fight that he just couldn't recover from it, and I just finished him off. But I mean, Vargas is going to come to fight. I'm a fast starter. I'm a guy who just likes to fight, and obviously with the hand now that's been mended, being fixed out. I've always had a hand problem. I've come back stronger now from that. And Vargas is, you can say, he's a level above. Definitely is a level above, and that's the way we want to go. We want to fight better opposition, and we want to one day reach that world title level again.
Finally, it was a packed house in Liverpool back in April, expecting another one here. How much are you loving fighting in front of the British fans here? I remember going back to the change room, you were just buzzing after Liverpool, and looking forward to that buzz once again here in Birmingham.
That's right. Liverpool was amazing. The crowd came out, and it must have been, percentage-wise, it's been 99% has been there from me, and it was just awesome to see that. And after so long as well, last couple of fights I've been in America, all the big fights I've been in America, it's good to come home now and fight in front of my home crowd. Birmingham, I honestly believe, Eddie, that it'll be bigger than Liverpool for some reason. I've had a lot of messages for years and years saying, why don't you fight in Birmingham? And this is the time now for them to turn up. So Birmingham, are you guys going to turn up? Obviously. Be quiet. But come fight, I 100% believe that Birmingham will turn up, and it's going to be another great event. I always train for a 12-round fight idea. I never go in there thinking I'm going to knock the guy out. I never went in there thinking I'm going to knock the Greco out. It just happened to be, I caught him with a shot. I'll always work hard and train for that full 12-round distance. If it goes to 12 rounds, I'm going to be ready for it. If it doesn't, then, so be it. But no matter what, come September 8th, guys, I'm going to be more than ready. I can't afford to make any more mistakes now. It's all just going up the way up now.
Thanks, Emmy. Look forward to that. Khan against Vargas, one note as well. Speaking to the WBA about making this final eliminator, hopefully for the winner of Matisse against Pacquiao coming out. Sammy Vargas number 10 with the WBA, and Amir Khan ranked, I believe, 7 now with the WBA. So big fights ahead for the victor in this one. We expect a red hot night, September the 8th, here at the Arena, Birmingham. It's going to be a great night live on Sky Sports, and thank you for your support. We're going to have a head-to-head up here now with Amir.